I know that the state that my body is in is not my best version of myself, but it is still beautiful, it is still valuable, it is still worthy of love and care and kindness, and I should treat every stage of my life and my journey with as much love and care as I possibly can. When we don't like the way we look, I think that we easily can shift into one of two categories. There are always people who are going to be the body positive lane that say you should love yourself just as you are, you don't need to change, etc. You're beautiful. And then there will be the people who are like, no, this is not good, you're ugly, you're gross, you need to change, this isn't healthy, this is wrong, this is messed up. And either side of these are extremes, and they're not good, because life is not about being hard polar to one side or to the other. The thing is, being overweight, having acne, etc., those things are not healthy, but we should always still love ourselves. So it's body positivity and recognizing the need to change, to acknowledge, yes, the state I am in is not where I should stay, and I should always be working to improve myself, to make myself better. But that doesn't mean I'm ugly or worthless or that I shouldn't love myself now. You should love who you are and your body and how you were made and how you are in every stage. Acknowledge what you find beautiful about you. And even if there's nothing you find beautiful about you, acknowledge what you can do. And just the fact that you are a human being means that you are worthy of love and care and being treated with kindness. So yes, you should work to improve yourself. Obviously, to be the best and healthiest version of yourself is the best choice. But that doesn't mean that where you are now is bad just because there is a better. And even if it is dangerously unhealthy, like there are people who have extreme health issues and stuff, that doesn't make you worth less. Everyone needs to learn that there is not polar sides in everything. There's not just stay hard to body positive and love yourself and never try to improve, because if you are unhealthy in some way, that needs to be worked towards, to be fixed, so that you can be healthy and your happiest and be able to do all these things. It is unhealthy to be overweight. You get things like estrogen imbalances, and you can end up with damage to your joints and whatnot because of the weight when it comes to moving. But it's also not healthy to degrade yourself and to call yourself names and to always look at yourself and be like, I'm so ugly, I need to change, I need to be like that. That is never positive. And so we need to go through life realizing that everything comes in stages. But what makes these stages living rather than misery is to acknowledge that I can keep moving forward without always focusing on the forward as the only time that matters. You matter now in whatever you see yourself as, just as much as it matters to reach your future where you consider yourself beautiful when you're at whatever size, or your skin looks like this or your hair looks like this. If you only focus on everything that you consider your flaws, then you are going to feel ugly and terrible. And if you only focus on how you need to improve yourself so that you can be better, you're going to feel terrible, because you teach your body to believe that you don't want to be you. And more than anything, what you need to always be reminding yourself in terms of your body image is that the way you were made is wonderful and beautiful, and you need to love who you are, not who you could be. Working towards improving yourself is great, but you can't love a future version of yourself because it doesn't exist yet. You have to love you right now. And loving you right now can mean caring for who you are and pushing yourself to become that future version that you want to be. But that doesn't mean disregarding the present. And when we live in that mindset, we often end up doing the unhealthy things to ourselves to try to reach the goal, because we think if I can get skinny, if I can get pretty, then I can love myself. So we mistreat the version of ourselves we have now. We starve them, we work them too hard, we don't let them rest because we're not thinking about ourselves. We're thinking about the someday that we can have, and we still mistreat and bully the version of ourselves we have now. And that's not what you would do to someone you love. You wouldn't tell someone you love that they can't eat anything, or constantly make them work out until they have no energy and just feel terrible all the time. So you have to make an active effort to remember the right now, and that the person I am may not be the person I want to be, but it's still a person. And every person, entirely unbiased on an even plane, every single human being on earth, no matter what they look like, do, or anything, deserves love. And that means you deserve love. Take everything that you think of yourself out of the equation and remember that I am human. I deserve to be loved.